More than a third of American millennials, those are 18 to 31-year-olds, are still living at home with mom and dad. KECI 9 News reporter Sarah Hurwitz spoke with employment experts and parents to try to get an idea of just why. Sarah?
Renee, experts we spoke with say it could be because it's difficult for post-grads to find a job, but it could also be a number of other factors, including a stigma of living at home that's no longer there.
According to a Pew Research Center study, the number of millennials still living at home is the highest percentage in 4 decades, just over 21 million, and banks are seeing those results.
Since the mortgage meltdown and we've seen a resurgence in the housing market again, we're not seeing the same type of buyers that we saw 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Russ Bernardo says they're seeing a slower progression of millennials getting back into the housing market. And while it could be from unemployment and student debt, Bernardo says it may be a reflection of something else.
There's been more of an emphasis, I think, in making sure that your children have a good financial footing, and buying a home or not buying a home, that may or may not be part of the focus like it was maybe 10 years ago.
He says that cushioning for 18 to 31-year-olds may contribute to the stigma of living at home with your parents that's no longer there. We've
had a tough job market the last 3 or 4 years, and so I think when you're facing the reality that we have, I think a lot of folks are looking at things that, maybe living at home is 4th or 5th on the list of importance, and there's maybe, 4 or 5 things that are ahead of it.
One group in particular, men who don't have a degree, are more likely to live at home with mom and dad.
Since construction and manufacturing are slow to come back from the recession, it can be difficult for that demographic to find a good paying job.
We can't get her to move. She just wants to stay for whatever reason. We have no clue.
Some parents say their child's failure to launch isn't a result of laziness. They have jobs. They just don't want to leave.
I mean, I moved out a month before I turned 18 and I never went back. But I wanted to be independent on my own, and she just doesn't have the desire, I guess.
Now, financial advisors say that kids who fail to launch become a major financial planning issue because parents already have a tendency to dip into their own retirement and other savings to help them out after college. Live in the studio, Sarah Hurwitz, KECI 9 News.